it's Monday. We got the car in the garage. It's raining quite a lot here in North Carolina. A couple days before the weekend. We're going to take it autocrossing for the first time. Got everything on here. Got brand new Bridgestone Potenza RE71Rs on there. Running 285, 35, 20 squared. Really sticky tire. Should be pretty darn cool. Gripping pretty well out there. Got those on stock wheels, running 285 squared. Help dial out a little bit of the understeer. APR 500 GTC wing, carbon fiber on the rear. Adding some white line front and rear sway bars. Also help dial out some of the understeer from the factory. And then going to be able to see if we need to add a front splitter or not. Just kind of depends on if we can get enough of the understeer dialed out with that setup. So got to get these mounted this week. These are for drag and going to be for roll racing. These are Mickey Thompson ET Street R bias ply 28 by 11.5 17s. They'll go on 17-inch Bogarts that we have down here. I'll show you those when we get them mounted, but those are going to be for next weekend. This weekend, we'll be running autocross at Danville Airport, which is about 45 minutes from me. And then that'll be on Saturday. And then we'll get the car converted over next week for Street Car Takeover Charlotte. A little background on Street Car Takeover, and we participated in our first one, my first one, on April 27th, which happened to be my birthday, which was really cool. So drove to Bristol and competed in the roll racing event in the mild street category. That's 140 miles per hour or less trap speed. In the quarter mile roll race, they run about a 1,300 foot roll race starting between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Kind of got the go at the starting line. The light doesn't go green, but there's some flags and obviously the trees there. So pair up, starting way back behind the burnout pit, kind of towards the staging lanes, and start and then run a roll all the way through the quarter mile. We raced that at Bristol and were able to take home first place in a field of 20 total cars.
All right, they just announced this as the mild street final. It's the Battle Gray GT-R versus the black turbo Porsche. It should be a pretty decent race. I'm rooting for the Porsche because I'm a Volkswagen kid. That's basically it's basically a Beetle. So. Godzilla beat the Beetle.
It was an awesome event put on by Justin and the guys at Street Car Takeover down there. Had an awesome payout of almost $1,000 and were able to take home first place. We battled a variety of different cars, turbo Camaro. We raced like an 800 horsepower Mazda Speed 3. Are up against a fast Corvette, and then in the finals we took down a fellow TopSpeed Motorsports Porsche, and I think it was a Turbo S. It's an awesome event. We hovered around 135 to 137 mile an hour. Again, 140 is the top, is the kind of the max that you can hit. So coming up, we've used the tires. Hopefully they're going to be able to give us a couple more miles per hour, cut about 15 pounds of rotational weight in the rear. We were running in a setup of 18 by 12 M&H Race Masters in the rear. So we switched that up to hopefully get us a couple more mile per hour and see if we can hopefully take the win. So a little bit of background information on the car. So this is maybe the first time a lot of y'all are seeing it. It's a full bolt-on E85 build on a 2013 Nissan GT-R. It's tuned by Taylor Lear at TopSpeed Motorsports in Alpharetta, Georgia. It's got a bunch of great parts on it: AMS downpipes, HKS, full exhaust. It's got boost 3-inch intakes, Turbo Smart Gen 5 race port blow-off valves, tuned on speed density. This thing rips. It is so much fun. It's got an AMS oil cooler on it, and it just it really is such an awesome setup. Makes safe, reliable power. Runs right at 10 flat in the quarter mile on radials, and to be seen what it can run on these Race Masters, which we'll get a chance to run those next weekend at Street Car Takeover. I know we're going to do the roll racing event. We might be doing the drag racing event too. Just depends on what we've got going on, but we'll see kind of what we get our hands into. For me, what I think I love the most about the car is the fact that it's versatile. So, you know, for example, this weekend coming up, I'm going to get the car dialed in for autocross, for doing some grip events. Less than a week later, we'll take the wing off, we'll dial back the sway bars, we'll put the radials and slicks on, and we'll have a killer roll racing and drag racing vehicle that could, you know, hopefully break 10 in the quarter mile, get into the 9s, and take home a trophy and some earnings. And, you know, it's just a versatile car, something that I've always wanted to build and have as a car that I could jump into something and, you know, do drag racing. And then when I get burned out on drag racing, go and do autocross and back and forth, and just enjoy the car in a whole different set of manners and a whole different variety of backgrounds, where maybe if you build like a dedicated drag car by itself, you know, you can only do drag racing, eventually get burned out, and that's all you can do. But this car really has allowed me to be able to do a whole bunch of different things. So coming up this week, we're going to get the wheels swapped over to the Race Masters from our local tire shop, Rad Performance. On Friday, we're getting the sway bars installed, maybe getting a harness installed too if it gets in here, from TCS Automotive, who's our local import shop, who does all of my local work on the car. And then on Saturday morning, we'll be heading to Danville to do the autocross with the Blue Ridge region of the Sports Car Club of America. So we'll pick it up there.